Okay, so welcome back everyone. Today I'm gonna solve this question on meeting rooms. The difficulty category is easy. And yesterday there were some questions like chocolate distribution problem. We have already solved it in past. That's why we didn't do it. The painters partition problem. It was exactly similar to this all number with specific difference. So we skipped it. Even though it was a hard question, but if you have solved this question and may have visited the editorial section, you would have found the same exact code, the same intuition was there, right? So, having said that, today's there's a YouTube channel, and today marks our day 100, day 629 in our problem solving journey, and many more things. So, let us continue with the today's question, and we will see how it goes, right? Okay, so let us quickly switch back to our tab section. So I'm gonna highlight some points here. Yeah, we've been given a 2D array where array of I is the starting point of the ith meeting, array of I comma 1 is the ending time of the ith meeting. The task is to check if it is possible for a person to attend all the meetings such that he can attend one meeting at a particular time. देखो अगर सारी meeting attend करना है, if I want to attend all the meetings in my teams showing, then definitely the meeting should not overlap, right? That means अगर एक मीटिंग है 10 से 11 तो नेक्स्ट मीटिंग आई विल मेक श्योर कि 11 के बाद ही हो 11 से 12 या फिर समथिंग लाइक दैट इफ आई हैव टू मीटिंग लेट्स से 10 a stand up call from 10 to 11 and that's some another grooming call that is from 10:30 to 11:30 then there's an overlap, right? And we cannot attend this call. That is the only thing we need to find in this problem. So what we will do, we'll just establish a number line and we will map the given intervals, that is 1 comma 4, right? So 1 and 4. Now 7 and 10. आप देखो जब टीम्स पे आप देखते हो अपने कैलेंडर को, जब भी आप कैलेंडर देखोगे तो मीटिंग कैसे देखते हो, वन बाय वन देखते हो, राइट? दैट मीन्स इट इज सॉर्टेड इन द स्टार्टिंग, इट इज सॉर्टेड इन अ टाइम फॉर्मेट. और वो टाइम फॉर्मेट क्या है, मतलब जो स्टार्टिंग है जैसे 1 से 4 है, 1 से 4 ऐसे आपको दिखेगा आपके कैलेंडर में, फिर आपको दिखेगा 7 से 10 एक और है, फिर उसके बाद आपको दिखेगा कि 10 से 15 रात में एक मीटिंग है, समथिंग लाइक दिस, राइट? So what I'm gonna do is, so we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna sort the intervals based on their starting indexes, right? If I sort it, then the order would be first 1 comma 4, then the second would be coming 7 comma 10. I'm going to say 7 comma 10, and then 10 comma 15. So another meeting is from 10 to 15. As you can see, there is no overlap, right? There is an individual meeting. There's no overlap in it. Again, there's an individual meeting, and there's also an individual meeting, and that is why we will return true from here, right? If you run a second test case again, so again, sorting it according to the first index, or let's say the first entry in a given array, so it would be 2 4. Then we have 6 and 10, so 6 10. Then we have 9 and 12, and 9 would be lying somewhere around this between 6 and 10, so 9 and 12, and you will see there is an overlap, and a person cannot attend uh, one meeting. Like he's not able, he will not be able to attend only one meeting at a particular time, right? So we return false from here. तो ये सिंपल सा है बहुत. The only thing which would be bothering you in writing the code कि how do you do this custom sorting, right? Arrays dot sort लिखने से आपको ascending मिल जाता है. Arrays dot sort comma collection order लिखने से you got the descending order. But how do you do this custom sorting, right? If you have done this question if you have done a similar question in past, let's say for this one, merge overlapping intervals, then वहाँ पे भी हमें custom sorting लिखना पड़ता है, right? And if you have not done it, then definitely after solving this question, must visit that question as well. So this is the exact code. We declared the array dot length, or let's say initialize into a variable in n, and we have arrays dot sort. Again, it's a lambda expression, right? I'll explain it to you at the last of the video, just a bonus for you guys to how it actually works. A quick glimpse on it, but it's highly recommended that you go on some article, go through some articles and understand the ins and outs of it, because it's a very um deep and impactful topic for the interviews as well as a good problem solving. And for each and every interval, we are just checking if our current end time, if it is greater than my next start time, right? Then in that case, we have an overlap, and we'll just say return false. So how is this is happening is, again, a quick dry run. अगर आप देखो ये current for this interval, the current end time is 10, and the next start time, the next interval is 9 to 12, which is start is 9. And if you see, if this is the inequality handling, if this is the inequality happening, then definitely we have overlap and we say false. That's what happening here, right? So that is it for this one. what would be the time and space? Since we are using sort technique, so n log n at this point and O of n at this point, but again, n log n plus n will give you the higher complexity of, or let's say the big O complexity would be n log n and O of 1 as your space, right? एंड दिस अप्रोच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ग्रीडी एल्गोरिदम, क्योंकि हमने क्या किया कि फट से सॉर्ट किया और एक एक करके चेक करके आगे चलते हैं, हमने बहुत ज्यादा सोचा नहीं, ग्रीडीली बैठा दिया बस, इस तरीके से होता है. देयर आर मच मोर ग्रीडी टॉपिक्स एज वेल. आपको यू मे गेट दोस डीएसए टॉपिक्स playlist wise in here as well. So number theory strings and multiple things you will be here. You can go on and watch some greedy topics as well. Now coming back to our tab screen again, where we understand how that lambda expression was written or why it was actually introduced, right? In this, to understand this, you need to touch or understand few more topics, right? Like what is abstract method, right? And what is functional interfaces, what is comparator, right? Again, to give a quick glimpse on what actually happening in the code, just to make sure कि आपको इतना समझ में आ जाए कि कोड में क्या हो रहा है, राइट? तो देखो, जब arrays dot sort लिखते हैं ना, then it asks for two what is the parameters, array dot array comma comparator, right? And it expects a comparator object, right? A comparator क्या होता है? It is a functional interface. Functional interface का मतलब ये होता है कि it has only one abstract method which is nothing but compare, right? तो ठीक है, सुनते जाओ. Before Java 8, we need to pass a comparator. We had to create an anonymous class, right? And these are the steps we need to follow. We are creating a new object. That object implements comparator, and we override compare, right? ये तरीका होता था. And if you've been following my videos in for quite some time, then definitely in this question I would have explained you this solution in 2022. तो यहाँ पे देखो हमने यही किया था. We made our new class, right? Class में वहाँ पे एक implements comparable किया हमने, and then we override this thing compare to pair. We initialize 2 points, that is s, e, और फिर हमने इसको बताया कि मेरे को कौन सा custom sorting चाहिए, right? I want according to this thing s, तो हमने लिखा था this dot s minus a dot s, right? यहाँ पे आप देखो, तो ऐसा हुआ था. Coming back again to our tab section, and this was the way we write it previously, right? But ऐसा क्या बदल गया? What was the change? So since comparator has only one abstract method, Java allows us to write in short form, right? अगर a functional interface का क्या मतलब होता है कि it has only one abstract method, then why to override it? Just pass the parameters and Java will internally handle कि there itself is only one method. So if a programmer is passing some parameters to do something, then definitely this should be for that one method present in that functional interface, right? And that's what is happening here. So a comma b, and this what to say, operator a of 0 minus b of 0, a comma b is nothing but the parameters of compare, and a0 minus b0 returns the value of compare, right? We will see this in this video again. And Java automatically understand, oh, you are implementing the compare method as function interface has only one abstract method, right? तो एक ही method है, तो उसी को तो करेंगे implement, right? अब देखो the last thing कि what does a0 minus b0 mean, right? So we are telling Java to compare the first element of the both rows. Example, the first is let's say 10 comma 15 and second is 1 comma 4, right? A of 0 minus b of 0 means 10 minus 1 definitely, and 9 is a positive number. So how does it compare basically? It checks that if the final result, if it is greater than 0, then b comes before a. If it's less than 0, then a comes before b, and it equals to 0, then equal order, right? And that's how it is compared. So 10 minus 1 is a positive number, then definitely a swap is needed, right? And this will result you as 1 4 first, and then 10 comma 15 at the later point of stage. And that is how our code is also working in custom sorting these particular 2D arrays, right? And that's how the first column, that's how the sorting by first column happens, right? I hope that makes sense. I was able to give a quick glimpse on how our code is written, and it was important to understand how this thing is working, right? People ignore such easy concepts which is just before their eyes, but they should not. And till keep learning, keep going. Bye bye. Take care. Do check out our YouTube channel and the DSA repository. It has a bunch of 500 questions or greater than 500 questions which we have solved in past. It will be helpful in your preparation and interview experiences. So till keep learning, keep going. Bye bye. And take care. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.